Tension hits in the automotive world, as one of the most uncomfortable questions in automotive YouTube is finally being asked out loud. Did Mat Armstrong make a mistake buying his Bugatti Veyron? Because every single time this car gets fixed, it finds a new way to break, right now. The question is no longer just about fixing the car. The question is whether this car is even worth fixing anymore. If you are coming across our videos for the first time, do well to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and don't forget to share. Today, we are breaking down the full story behind Mat Armstrong's Bugatti Veyron. Every fault this car has thrown at him since he bought it. And the one question that the entire automotive world is now sitting with: should Mat Armstrong keep going, or should he quit? Now, most of you watching this already know the full story behind this Veyron. But for the new viewers who are just discovering this saga for the first time, we need to break it down. Because this isn't just any Bugatti Veyron. This specific car has a history that goes far deeper than anything Mat Armstrong knew about when he bought it. When Mat put the VIN into Car Vertical after acquiring the car, what came back wasn't just a service history, it was a story. This Veyron was originally imported from Dubai. In Dubai, there's a culture of ownership that sometimes prioritizes appearance over maintenance. Cars in Dubai get driven hard, or they get ignored completely. This Veyron fell into the second category. The car arrived in the United Kingdom in 2018, and from that point, the history becomes telling, because since 2023, this Bugatti Veyron had barely moved. A car worth well over £1 million, just there, sitting pretty, for the best part of 2 years, and here is why that matters. Bugatti Veyrons are not built to sit still. The engineering complexity inside this car is extraordinary. 10 radiators managing heat across the entire drivetrain. A 7-speed DSG gearbox with hydraulic accumulators that need to maintain pressure. A fuel system feeding a quad-turbocharged W16 engine that was designed to be used, not stored. When a Veyron sits unused for months, the oil degrades in the sump. The gearbox fluid settles and loses its properties. The rubber seals throughout the car begin to dry out and crack. The fuel system stagnates, and components that were designed to last years under regular use begin to fail from simply being left alone. Mat suspected early on that this car had not been properly maintained. When he drained the oil from the engine and the gearbox during the service, what came out confirmed everything he suspected. This was a car that had been neglected, not crashed, not abused in the traditional sense, simply ignored. And ignored Bugatti Veyrons carry a very specific kind of damage, because the neglect doesn't show on the outside. The paint looks fine, the body panels are clean, the interior looks presentable. But underneath, in the systems that keep this car alive, the neglect had been building for years before Mat Armstrong ever touched it. Car Vertical also confirmed something else that added context to everything that followed. The car had no outstanding finance, no record of theft, no record of accident damage. Clean on paper. But the mileage history told a different story. A car that barely moved for 2 years. Imported from a market known for extreme conditions. Passed between owners without the kind of consistent care that a Bugatti Veyron demands to stay healthy. That is the Veyron Mat Armstrong bought. Not a clean example with a full service history and a careful previous owner. A neglected hypercar with years of deferred problems sitting quietly inside it, waiting for the next person to find them, and that person was Mat Armstrong? The gearbox fault. Every warning light on the dashboard was simultaneously fixed with a 5-pound fuse from Halfords. The full service. Completed for £1,193. Bugatti's quote was $25,000. The misfire on cold start, the MAF sensors, the coil packs, the spark plugs, the runway attempt at Dunsfold. 150 miles driven perfectly to get there. The car accelerating down the runway, and then complete shutdown. The fuel pump control module, a recalled component, covering 72 Bugatti Veyrons. The revised version Bugatti supplied as the fix, mandatory dealer installation. And when Mat called Bugatti for help, they didn't answer the phone, leaving Mat with even more uncertainty about what would happen next. So here we are, after the Dubai import, after the 2 years of neglect, after the gearbox fault, after the service, after the runway shutdown, after the recalled fuel pump control module, after the phone calls Bugatti wouldn't answer, after months of solving one problem after another. The question is simple: should Mat Armstrong keep going with this Veyron? Or is it time to call it a quit, because the argument for walking away is real? This car arrived with hidden damage from years of neglect. Every fault that has been fixed has revealed another fault waiting behind it. Every time it seems like progress has finally been made, another challenge appears. The fuel pump control module is the first component in this entire journey that genuinely cannot be fixed without Bugatti's involvement. And Bugatti. The same manufacturer that refused parts for the Chiron Per Sport, that blacklisted FX Alex G's VIN, that quoted $1.7 million for a repair before the internet got involved, is the company Mat now needs to cooperate with to keep this Veyron moving. That is not a comfortable position. It leaves him depending on the very manufacturer that has already proven difficult to deal with, a neglected hypercar with compounding faults, requiring the cooperation of a manufacturer with every reason to make things difficult. For some people, that is the definition of a mistake. But then there is the other side of this argument. Mat Armstrong has fixed almost everything this Veyron has thrown at him independently. The 5-pound fuse that solved the gearbox, the 1,193-pound service, the MAF sensors, the coil packs, the fuel system work. Every single one of those fixes proved something about this car. That it can be understood, that it can be worked on. That the complexity Bugatti built into it is not beyond the reach of a skilled independent mechanic who refuses to be intimidated. It has also shown that not every expensive-looking problem has an impossible solution. The fuel pump control module is 4,500 pounds. For a man who rebuilt a crashed Chiron Per Sport from nothing, is 4,500 pounds really the moment to stop? Or is this simply another obstacle in a project that has already overcome so many others? And there is something else worth considering. Every fault this Veyron has developed, every repair Mat has documented, every phone call Bugatti hasn't answered, has been watched by millions of people. Millions have followed every setback and every breakthrough. This isn't just a car anymore, it is a document. A running record of what Bugatti ownership actually looks like behind the marketing and the mythology. A side of ownership that very few people ever get to see. And that document has value that goes far beyond whatever Mat paid for the car. So did Mat Armstrong make a mistake buying this Bugatti Veyron? The faults are real. The neglect was real. The manufacturer refusing to answer the phone is real. But so is every fault Mat has fixed, every part he has sourced independently, every barrier he has pushed through without Bugatti's help. The Veyron is not finished yet, and neither is Mat Armstrong. But after everything this car has been through, after everything it has put him through, the question of whether to keep going or call it a quit is one that only Mat Armstrong can answer. What do you think he should do? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe because whatever Mat Armstrong decides next, you are not going to want to miss it.